everyone. So today we're here with the very burning question that many students, including myself, have wondered about from time to time. And that is medicine the only option for pre-medical students? Right, let me just take off the stethoscope that clearly belongs to my sister and is not mine. And yeah, this is the question that most pre-medical students in FSC streams struggle with. And I just hate how deeply rooted it is in our brains that for pre-medical student, the only sensible option is to opt for medical streams. So what happens when a lot of students go for the same stream is that the quality of education that is being offered decrease greatly and the quantity of students keep on increasing. It makes me really sad how toxic societal views have paved our whole life and we're not even aware about the options we have, because if we were aware we would definitely make a more informed decision about our future. We would not simply follow the path that all other people are following. Simply because everybody is going in specific direction does not mean it is the right direction. Okay, so moving on to the other options that pre-medical students have other than medicine. Actually, I'm making NUST University as a case study here, and I'm just going to tell you off top of my mind the courses that NUST offer for pre-medical students. So first of all, we have BIOTECHNOLOGY, and this is actually a very emerging field in Pakistan and other countries as well. There have been a lot of research and a lot of new discoveries in this field, and I feel like many students are getting awareness and are going into that stream, and not only FSC students but OA level students as well. I'm pretty sure you've heard about biotechnology as an emerging field in Pakistan. If you have done biology in pre-med or A levels, you should definitely check out BS Biotechnology as a potential field for you. Moving on, we actually have some fields which are on the borderline of science and arts field. One of the most prominent one in this category is BS Psychology. Now, this is my personal favorite because psychology has been my aspiration for I don't know how long. Psychology is something that is just really interesting to me. And if I could, I would definitely opt for psychology. People think of it as an arts field and just discard it without even researching about it. And that just really makes me sad. I had a long talk about this with my teacher as well. And he told me that he considered psychology just as important as he considered medicine fields. For sure, I know that this is one of the biggest concern of students, that psychology doesn't have that much of a scope in Pakistan. Scope isn't something that is objectively defined or something. I just feel like we consider scope as a very big factor when choosing the potential majors for our university. If you keep fixating on the scope thing, you're not going to go very far in life because you are focusing on the wrong things. Medicine and engineering are the only sensible profession considered, both in terms of money and respect. But that is just an old school belief at this point. Moving on, we have public administration, bachelors in public administration and hospitality. Okay, this is one of the field that I did not know previously existed. This is actually also one of the field that I have heard a lot of students going into now. Moving on, we have LLB, which is also one of the most popular fields for students these days. Pre-medical students can also opt for LLB. LLB is also something that is really interesting, and I know that practicing law in Pakistan just really feels like a huge job, but again, you can always go for abroad studies in the fields that you're not interested in completing in Pakistan. You just need determination and a will to do something great with your life. Moving on, we have bachelors in chemistry, BS in chemistry, and fortunately, NUST is again one of the institutions that offers BS chemistry. You can later work for many organizations in Pakistan that require BS chemistry graduates. A lot of job opportunities as well. You can also go in teaching streams. You can do PhD and then later work as a professor in any of the prestigious universities in Pakistan. Basically, when you major in a subject like chemistry or botany or any other biology or chemistry related field, one of the biggest perks is that you can do PhD and masters, and then you can go for professorship at any university. When you're a professor or teacher in prestigious universities like Punjab universities, NUST, LUMS, and National College of Arts, and so many other institutions, you get paid really well, even more than you can make in medicine field. So that is also one of the very sensible thing that you can go for. Nextly, we have BS Economics. You can definitely go for that and later go for banking, because banking is something that requires less amount of hard work and pays you really well. So it's a win-win situation. So yeah, economics is also a very good field for pre-medical students. There are a lot of other fields as well. The ones I've mentioned in this video are just off the top of my mind actually. There are a lot of others that you can find once you start browsing and researching about the potential opportunities that you might have after you have done pre-medical. So do not just limit yourself to what I just told you. Go and do your own research. I can guarantee you can find some really nice and amazing fields, and you'll be really thankful that you didn't force yourself to go for something that you weren't even passionate about. Another field that pre-medical students can go for is BS Architecture, which many universities such as Beacon House National Universities, NCA, some of really prestigious universities in Lahore, other parts of Pakistan are offering as well. So architecture is actually also one of the most emerging field in Pakistan. That also leads me to talking about interior designing and event management. The main thing about choosing a major is something you're passionate about while also making sure that you make a lot of money. So even if you aren't passionate about anything, why not go for a field that requires less amount of hard work and pays you well, instead of going into medicine where there's a lot of grind and very little amount of money. Um, Especially talking about in Pakistan, you must have seen the condition of government hospitals in Pakistan. Again, what I said about quantity over quality, a lot of students are going in medicine field, but the quality of education that's being offered in medical streams is declining day by day. The merit is increasing, the students that are going into the field is increasing, but the pay that is offered to the doctors and the opportunities that they have to go and study abroad is decreasing day by day. So yeah, if you want to do medicine and do not want to go for conventional medical related profession, you can always go for dentistry. There's way less grind in dentistry and you get paid really well. You can practice dentistry in any country as well, because in medical field, the conventional medical field, you have to pass so many exams and you have to like work so hard to even be eligible to apply abroad. However, as a dentist, the process, even though it is hard, I'm not saying it's not hard, but it is way easier compared to the medicine field. So yeah, becoming a dentist is also a very good option. I'm going to mention one of my personal favorite fields, which is English literature. English literature is a very good option, and you can go for journalism, you can do English literature major and then go for professorship. You can do many things after English literature. You can work as a content writer. They're making more money than medical majors these days, so you don't have to worry about their scope not being that big in Pakistan. What you should be focusing on instead is that the field that I have chosen myself, how do I get far in it? Even if it doesn't have that much of a scope, how do I make more opportunities for myself in this country or any other country as well? How do I grind more in order to get far? So these are the things that you should be focusing on instead. So make sure you're directing your energy on the right things instead of the wrong things. Another thing you can do after pre-medical is graphic designing. This is one of the most popular fields. Everything is technology driven these days, and graphic designers are actually one of the most essential part of our community. I personally know many friends, not my age, but friends nevertheless, who are graphic designers, and they're being paid so well. And I've been personally suggested this field by many people. And once I started searching about this, I also learned that yeah, it is a very well paying job. And National College of Arts is actually one of the most prestigious institution that is offering graphic designing as a course. Graphic designing also can be taken as an additional course. I think it's a 6 to 7 month course that you can take, but it can also be done as a major, whatever you find comfortable, whatever you want to go for. It's a very popular and emerging field as well, so that is something you should check out. Artists are a very valuable part of our society, so do not look down on people who have done arts, because they might actually end up making more money than students who have gone for medical professions. In fact, do not look down upon anybody. You don't know their circumstances. You do not know what drove them to opt for the particular profession that they're pursuing. So just be open-minded and be very compassionate. That's the one thing I tell everybody. Lastly, before ending the video, I want to clear one misconception that most pre-medical students have, which is that if they have opted for pre-medical, they cannot go for computer science. That is not true, guys. There's a long way into the computer science field in undergrad, but it is not impossible. If you're willing to put in a little more effort and are willing to work a bit harder, there is a way. So what you have to do is you have to pass an additional mathematics course. You can do it after FSC. If you're willing to take a gap year, you can start taking an additional mathematics course and apply for additional mathematics board exam. What that will do for you is that it will open basically every door for you, because you have also done biology as a pre-med student. You have also taken an additional mathematics course, so you are eligible for every field, including the one that include maths and also the one that includes bio. I think most people are not aware about the additional mathematics course that they can take as a pre-medical student. So yeah, that is one misconception that I wanted to clear. Additionally, if you were unaware about the additional mathematics course, there's another way you can opt for computer science as a pre-medical student, which is that you have to, when you have taken admission in undergrad, you have to clear some additional mathematics courses in 6 credit hours within 1 year. If you manage to clear those courses, you can continue taking computer science as your major in undergrad. So yeah, it is a little bit more work and definitely harder than what pre-engineering students have to do in order to opt for computer sciences, but it will open a lot of new doors for you. You will have a vast sea of choices once you have opted for computer science as a major. If you're willing to take some mathematics deficient course for 6 credit hours, that is an option that you should definitely consider. I want to finish this video off by saying that if you're truly passionate about medicine, then definitely go for it. But if you're only going for medicine because you feel like you're stuck and you don't have many options and you're limited by the courses that FSC stream has to offer, do not go for it. Go for something else. Because if you're going for something that you're not passionate about, it's not only unfair to you, it's also unfair to the people that you will later deal with in your professional life. So be very aware about your passions, be very aware about what you want to do. Do not make decision in haste. It's okay to struggle a little. It's okay to take a gap year as well. Gap year is treated as such a stigma in today's society. There is nothing wrong with taking a gap year. It's okay to sit back and figure some things out for yourself and to make the best decision possible. In gap year, you can do a lot of stuff other than preparing for entry test and undergrad admission. You can do a job, you can get experience as an intern, you can work on making your college application better. You can actually start searching about abroad universities so that once you're done with your undergrad, you would have enough information to actually start applying for masters and PhD program in countries like USA, UK, New Zealand, Netherlands and stuff. So it's okay to figure some things out by taking some time out for yourself. You don't have to rush into doing what others are doing. Everybody who knows me personally can also ask me any question they want, and I would be really glad to help you out. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye.